Hello viewers, this is Ç0ND1T10NS TV, a home of accurate news and current news. For those who subscribe to our channel, God bless you for subscribing. We say thank you to every one of you, and if you're yet to do so, please kindly press the subscription button below. And now the news in details. Nigerians may get a 10-hour power supply daily soon, says the federal government. The Minister of Power, Engineer Salim Mamman, has said that Nigerians may start enjoying 18-hour power supply daily as soon as power generation and distribution gets to 7,000 megawatts. The minister assured that improvements are underway for electricity consumers. On the part of government, we are trying to improve through the expansion, and I said by the end of the year we will get 7,000 megawatts. By the time we get that, we may get the 18-hour power supply daily, and by the time it is 11,000 megawatts, everybody will have sufficient power, Engineer Saleh assured. On the planned increase in the electricity tariff, the minister said that the DISCOs and the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission entered agreement during the privatization. It's no longer in the hands of government because 60% is in the hands of the private sector. But we regulate the sector. We just have to ensure it is standardized like other countries. We are inviting investors to come, but if we don't do that, get real tariff, they will not come. But I believe we cannot go out of the standard, he said. Minister Mamman said the ongoing expansion and reform will enable DISCOs to become viable, noting that the interventions being provided by the federal government were not sustainable. In 2018, the federal government gave 7,700 billion naira just to close the gap between the GENCOs and DISCOs because GENCOs will have to pay for gas. This is sustainable. This is unsustainable. And last year we collected 600 billion naira to see a gap and start filling it, the minister also said. Mamman said that survey work for the 3050 megawatt Mamambila hydropower project will be completed in the next 2 months, while payment of compensation to people affected in the community will follow immediately. Wow. So my viewers, what do you think about what the federal government talked about the power supply? This is not our first time of hearing federal government saying that Nigerians will soon enjoy power supply. This is not the first time, this is not the second time, nor the third time. They have been promising and promising, and yet they did not fulfill their promise. You can imagine the federal government said that it's no longer in the hands of government. And what actually pissed me off is this. They said we just have to ensure it is standardized like other countries. Trust me, the federal government should start from somewhere. They don't have to stand. They don't have to. It doesn't have to be a standardized one like other countries. Let's enjoy power supply for once. And the most annoying part of it is all these leaders, all these our presidents, all these our leaders, our politicians. They never have the problem of electricity. Why is a common man having the issue of electricity in the country? The problem of we common men doesn't even move them. And it is just so bad. It is bad to hear that they keep promising and promising power supply. A whole Nigeria having an issue of electricity. During Obasanjo's time, Obasanjo tried, but he couldn't achieve it. During Yar'Adua, the same thing. Buhari, the same thing. Ibrahim Babangida, the same issue of electricity. But my question is this, why is other country achieving the goal of electricity? Because when you go to other countries, you see the way they don't even have the problem of electricity. But in Nigeria, we keep having that problem. Because I feel that the people that are supposed to be in charge of the electricity, they are just spending the money. They are spending the money. And you can imagine, it's even a story. People that said any serious government can fix power in 6 months. How is it possible? In 6 months, they've been saying that. Even the one they said that in 2 years and 5 years, they couldn't achieve it. Talk less of 6 months. And almost 5 years now, nothing to show for it. Almost 5 years, if not more than 5 years. They like to talk, they like to say a cheap talk. And that is just so bad. And a lot of people made a comment and said, you can't even allow January to end. You are talking about 18 hours light by December. And now they are still talking about 18 hours light. Are they okay? This was how Fashola started. And today he left that position with shame. He couldn't achieve it. Fashola said the same thing during his own tenure in Lagos State when he was a governor of Lagos State. He said he is ready to supply electricity to Lagos State. And where is it? Lagos State is still suffering on this same issue of electricity. And they said that must you people talk just to be relevant on the pages of newspaper instead of keeping quiet? When they know that they can't achieve this, they should have kept quiet. They should stop making a false promise that they know that they can't achieve. It's so unfortunate that we keep having dull-minded human beings run the affairs of this country because of one political godfather in the system. Enough is enough for all this their blah blah, of all this their bragging. Nigerians are tired of all this their bragging. If you said you want to have a company in Nigeria, the company will suffer because of electricity. Because of electricity. And that is so bad. Enough of all their baseless talks. It's even better they keep quiet rather than talking in the public, saying that they will provide 18 hours power supply. It's bad. And this person said it is one thing to generate power. The discos are not ready to buy and distribute some discos. Eko and Ikeja supply up to 10 hours per day. Why BEDC cannot sustain 2 hours? That is so bad. They can't sustain just 2 hours. And this person said, please tell the federal government to come to our aid by revising two-fold method of power supply. They should do something on this case of power supply. We do not care if they increase the megawatts. Let them start from somewhere. We don't care. They should start from somewhere. We don't want 7,700 megawatts for now. Let's enjoy power supply for once. To make the thing so annoyed, the NEPA will collect money and there will not be light. They will come for their own money and they will not provide light, electricity. That's so bad. We don't care about whether you increase your megawatt or even when power is delivered to us. But our concern is to stop the corruption of paying for the energy, which we do not consume. And that is just so bad. I feel that these people they don't have a conscience at all. We pay for it and we do not enjoy it. That is wickedness. That is wickedness. If not, they should supply meter so that other things will be better. It will even help cheating and corruption. It will stop that. We will know that, okay, this is what we use for the day, rather than we paying the money and we not consuming the power supply. And this person said that this is another propaganda, saying this just because they want to increase electricity tariff soon. Why do they enforce it? That every household in the country must have prepaid meter first. Why did they do that? They keep promising and promising, and they did not fulfill their promise. Instead, they should keep quiet. And this person said that is this different from the megawatt H0URS said was to be given to us last year? Governor don't need to tell us when we have electricity. We will know when we have it. They should do something about this case of power supply. They don't have to start from a 700 megawatts. Let them start from somewhere. So guys, what do you think about this news? What is your own take? Your comment is highly appreciated. Kindly drop your comments at the comment section below. God bless you. Bye.